this is quarter's 8-step change management model. Okay, this is the earlier version of that. Okay, so basically what was there in case of earlier version is that we were having, that is what is called as the create urgency, then form a powerful coalition. Okay. So create urgency basically is to establish that this is required. Say for example, if we are talking about HR analytics, we say we know that it is required. Okay. Then we have to form a powerful coalition, that there will be people who will be helping us to make the processes or whatever we are coming up with applicable to that. Okay, because when you are coming with a say HR analytical proposal to the management, you need to have some people, okay, those who will be helping you to make sure that the design or anything that you are coming up with passes with the organization. Okay, and the the head of the department or CEO accepts that model. Okay. Now next is that you have to create a vision for change. Okay. Now create a vision for change. You have to make the people understand why we are coming up with this particular model or design. Okay. Now next is your communication. Communicate the vision. Communicate to the vision to the all the people that are part of your team, as well as those who are in the organization, the CEO, the CFO, everyone need to be understand that why you are doing that. This. Then you have to empower and do action. Okay. Then you have to create quick wins. Okay. And then next step is basically to build up the change. Okay. And make it stick. Okay. Now this particular quarter's change model is basically designed for the organization or the people who are there in the organization at a higher level. Okay. Now this is how the entire change process of the organization actually takes place. The this is basically the change management process. Okay. So we will be using this actually, honestly speaking, it is not directly linked with the HR analytics or developing the HR analytical model, but if you understand the change management model, because using HR analytics in your organization may be a new thing that will be coming up. Okay, if you have organization, if you have in your organization, we have the HR analytics team, well enough, very good for that. Okay, in case you do not have the HR analytical model or HR analytical department, okay, the first thing you need is to when the HR analytics department will be coming into the picture. Okay, it will be first changing the HR department itself. Okay, and once the HR department is has been taken place, then the second thing is that you will be basically changing the organization. Okay, how the organization looks like and so on. Okay, so you need to be a change agent. Okay, so this is the 8 steps that was earlier given by Porter. Okay, this model what we are talking about is also given by Porter itself. Okay, but it's a little bit different. Okay, so if you see that the first step was basically to create urgency, second was to powerful coalition. Okay, then we have to create a vision for change, communicate the vision, empower action, create quick wins, build the changes, and make it stick. Okay, this was the previous model. Now the new model is that we have to we call it as create. Okay, we change the pen color. Okay, we have got create. Okay, create is basically establishing a feeling of urgency. Okay, the feeling of urgency here, if you see here, it's basically talks about create urgency. Here also the process remains the same. Okay, this basically the name that was here was create urgency. Now it's basically given as create. Okay, about create, the first question that need to come into the mind, or the first question that comes need to come into the mind is that, do you see the big opportunity that could ignite the heart and the mind of your people? Okay, so that is the first thing come to your mind, okay, is that do you see the big opportunity that could ignite the heart and the mind? Okay. Now earlier, what it was taking only related to business sense. Now it is talking about the feeling of urgency. But in a case of urgency, the first thing is that do you see the big opportunity that could ignite the heart and the minds of your people? Second point that you need to cater about is that do you know how to identify, articulate, and communicate it? Okay. So what was happening earlier that we were talking about that whenever we are coming up with the model or anything like that, okay, that need to be articulated, okay, and first is that we have to identify whether what kind, because see, what happens is that many organization starts HR analytics with relation to your attrition management. Okay, but as since I have already told you that every time the attrition management is not the key goal. Okay, now the key goal can be say training and development related to recruitment or any kind of thing. Okay, so you have to first identify, articulate, and whether you are able to communicate it. Okay, are you then able to connect an external change factor that is has a special capability of your organization? Say for example, we talked about we in last 4-5 months we have been talking about COVID. Okay, now you have to make understand that are you able to connect an external change factor? Okay, now COVID is an external change factor with a special capability of your organization. Okay, so HR is inside your organization, data is inside your organization. Now, can you use the external or connect with the external change factor that is forcing the change to take place in your organization using in favor of yourself? Okay, and what are the stakes if you succeed? What are the consequences if you fail? Okay, there can be a chances that your model or design or HR analytics model that you design come up may fail. Okay, or your HR analytical model that you design will be successful. Okay, so when you are talking about you need to be clearly articulate that if you succeed, what is going to happen? In case if you are not able to succeed, what is going to happen? Okay, that need to be very clearly established. Next part is basically what in the previous model it was called as the form of powerful coalition. In case of new model, it is known as build. Okay, the concept remains the same. Okay, so whatever the names are there, okay, the concept remains the same. Although there has been some changes as per the new models or new things that are coming up. For example, in earlier model when we have been talking about create urgency, it was just only to create urgency. Okay. And in case of the new model that came in 2018, it talked about the different aspects of why we need to create them. Okay, so when we are talking about build, okay, or basically in earlier model it was form a powerful coalition. In case of build, the question that need to come into the mind is that we should talk about the diversity of the team in terms of level, function, geographical location, tenures, and ideas. Okay. So if you are talking about HR analytics, the HR analytics team, okay, you need to take ideas from compensation, PMS, recruitment, training and development, employee engagement, all kind of people. Okay. Because at the end of the day, whatever you are designing the model is for the benefit of those employees. Okay. Now, the second point that need to be covered is basically an ability and a willingness to work across the hierarchy while working with the people across all levels and function with respect and energy. Okay. Now, that is very important to be considered is that the ability and the willingness to work across hierarchy. Okay. Because it is very important if you are working with the top management, if you are working with the low person with the lower standard. Okay, and a commitment to change the initiative at the hand. Okay, The commitment is very important, whether you are planning, when you are planning to go for that. Okay. If you are not coming up with the, so you are very firm with your own processes, then it will not lead to anything. Okay. The third is your basically form. In case of earlier, it was basically create a vision. Create a vision for a change. The new one is basically the form or the strategy to bring about the change. Okay. Now the basically in the earlier what we call as the vision for change. Okay. Here also remains the same. That is form a strategic vision and initiative. Okay. So in case of strategic vision, that makes it a great strategic vision is that motivates people to take action. Okay. All your person from which you have established your coalition. Okay. From the different subdivision of your HR department. Okay. You have to motivate them, people, to take action and come up with the data and ideas. Okay. Coordinate and align with their action. Clarifies how the future will be different from the past and how the future will become a reality. Okay. Now, when we are talking about create, it talks about designing something. Now, when you are forming or strategizing something, you need to convince the people whom you have collaborated with. Okay. Now, this person need to be clarified why how the future will be different. And how the future will, how this actually, whatever you are designing will become the, a reality. Next is basically enlist. Enlist is basically communicate or put forward the vision or the strategies for the change. Okay. And this is basically what we call as the enlist. Okay. Now enlist is basically how you develop and build a successful volunteer army. Okay. Now when we're talking about the volunteer army, it's basically give the people a reason and motivation to join the movement. Okay. So you have to, when we there will be PMS people who have been saying that we have been doing the PMS process for long. Why should we join your team related to HR analytics? Okay. Or why should we share that data? So you have to give them the vision. Okay. That is a long way to go. Okay. And then recognize the effort of the existing volunteer to keep them engaged and to recruit more. Okay. So more people, more data is required to design up a model that will be more effective. Okay. So we saw about that. We have been able to design at 75% confidence level. Okay. If you remember, we talked about R at R square value. Okay, so one of the equation, I think, if I correctly remember, the more accurate will be the data that will be working upon. Is your enable. Now enable is basically that how to spot the barriers. Okay, so in earlier portion that we were saying that we have to empower and action. Okay, now there has been some change here. Okay, empower and action. Okay, that has become the part of the enable theme. Okay, now in case of enable, there will be always challenges that the employees for taking the action to incorporate the changes. In order to remove the barrier, you must identify and identify them, those employees who will be creating a problem for you. Think about why past initiatives has been failed that the persons in the HR department has designed. Okay, at which stage they failed? Did they work up well? Okay, and what are the barriers? Basically, when we talk about is the common acceptable statement. Okay, why appearing helpful? Okay. this statement is it's just not done that way. Okay, it's a typical problem for those into the middle management and very much interested in designing or coming up with with the different models or kind of such thing. Okay, the senior people who are quite old in the organization and okay, so these people basically come up and say that this is not possible, this is not the way that it is done, and although we have tried a number of times earlier, but it did not succeed. Okay, now you have to identify what actually happened during that time, because this kind of issues will be raised by your CEO when you will be coming up the HR analytics. Okay, although it can be that it's not an HR analytical function, it's not an HR analytical function. It may be design say related to training and development or any kind of thing. Okay, but it came from the HR department itself. Okay, so when it came from the HR department, there might be a probability or chances where that the employee or the CEO of the organization did not have a good taste. Okay, so there was a bitter taste related to that. Now you have to identify those and get the answer ready for that. Okay, now there will be pressure, lots of pressure on the HR analytical team, but yes, you have to deal with those pressures, because this will actually come up and then you will be able to incorporate the changes. Okay, because you have to be ready with the answers related to that. Okay, now sixth step is basically to generate. Generate is what we mean is to generate the formulas. Okay, then we have to have the right relevant opportunity. Okay, then it should be meaningful to others, people beyond the winners or the winner take care about the win, be it members of your team, another team, customers. Okay, so it should make meaning to all the people. Okay, so many of our organizations, so you get an persons who are coming up from say marketing department or other department, finance department, would always may work as a person who will inhibit or try to compress your put your work as a barrier. Okay, so when they come up with as a barrier, okay, now you have to make them understand, and you have to be confident about the team that you are coming up, or all the team that is related to HR, to make sure that everything is going to be fine and working will be great. Talk about your generate. Okay, now next is basically your sustain. Okay, sustain in case of earlier model also it talks about the build on the change, and in new model it is called as the sustain. Okay, the underlying process remains the same. Okay, let's talk about that. You have to revisit the urgency for generation of some significant wins. Okay, it is so easy to lose sight of the ultimate goal, which is to remove the irritatives and the culture and sustain them. Okay, get more and more people involved, always looking for the ways to expand the volunteer army. Okay, with new volunteer army, fresh eyes, you will find more barriers in need of knocking down. Remove them too. Okay, so you have to keep on getting up more and more people, sustain your team. Okay, the vision should not be lost. Okay. So you started with the vision to develop an HR analytical unit in the organization. You build up along to them. Okay. You formulate the strategies to bring about the changes. You communicate the vision to all your stakeholders. Okay, you empower them to that the vision should be clear. You empowered them. Okay, and then you formulate the short-term strategies related to that. Okay, and also kicked out the barriers related to that. Okay, and then you finally keep on sustaining. Okay, because there that the data are dynamic, the data are keep on changing. Okay, so you have to get more people incorporated into your model, because if you remember when we talked about HR analytical model, the data does not only comes from the HR department. It comes from various departments, say for example marketing, your sales, production, process, operations, finance, whatever the departments are there in the organization. All those data are required to run your model or design your model in a more proper manner. Okay, and the last part is basically what we call as the accelerate. Okay, so or the institute the changes that we have made. Okay, so basically 1 to 7 are what we call as the accelerators. Okay, so this entire level 1 to level 7, these are called as the accelerators, all about building new muscles, new behaviors, new ways of working. Okay, this accelerator 8 is about sustaining it long into the future. Okay, new practices must be deployed, rooted, and anchored to replace the old ones. Okay, so there will be people who will be, for example, many of us have been working in the manpower planning. Okay, so we have been most of the people who are there in the dear HR department used to do manpower planning or recruitment on the basis of the numbers that has been given by the respective department. Okay, now with the process you know about the manpower planning, you can design up the different thing. Okay, now basically this odd model is what we call as the big opportunity. Now the big opportunity is a combination of leadership and management, and then there is a combination of select few and diverse many. Okay, more people are needed to able to make these changes happen, not just carry out. Okay, some people else's directive done right, this uncovers the leader at all levels and the organization. Once you have never know, and then we have to work on head and the heart. Okay, and then the perfect combination of have to and want to. Okay, now if you have to do this thing and you want to do this thing are two different things, but you need to have the combination of both have to and want to. And this is basically what we call as the change processes. Now these four are the change principles. Okay, and then on the basis of change principle you find the organization network. Okay, now organizational network, you find that the hierarchy of the organization remains unchanged. Okay, but there will be some people who will be involved in your project. Okay, all people will not be object. If you remember, we talked we discussed about that there will be barriers. So there will be some barriers. Okay, there will be some people who are neutral to that, but there will be people who will be part of your change management process. You have to identify those people who are the part of your change management process, or helping your change management process to take place. Okay, and then you have to build up the team. So this is basically what we do the network. Another thing that is also not directly related to HR analytics is your organizational network analysis, that is called ONA. Okay, now those who have been designing the organizational structure, okay, this will be a good topic for you if you want to learn more about that. Okay, currently HRs or the modern HRs do not talk about organizational structure. They talked about organizational network analysis. Okay, now organizational network analysis is basically, in short, I will say that there are people who are at the center of the team. Okay, and then we have got different nodes. Okay, then there are connection nodes and everything. So information exchange, knowledge management, and all these things are related to organizational network analysis. So what is the way forward? Okay.